Hey, what's up, rebels and rule breakers? Ever wonder how a company selling plain old water and it can turn into a $700 million empire by basically flipping the bird at traditional marketing? Yeah, we're talking about Liquid Death, the brand that took the boring, pastel-colored world of bottled water and set it on fire with metalhead vibes, savage memes, and a middle finger to corporate nonsense. Today, we're diving into 7 mind-blowing ways Liquid Death mocked the wellness industry, rewrote the rules of branding, and built a cult following that's got everyone from punks to soccer moms chugging their Skull-branded cans. This isn't just a story about water. It's a masterclass in how to stand out, make noise, and laugh all the way to the bank. So, grab a can of something bold, get comfy, and let's unpack how Liquid Death murdered the marketing game. You're in for a wild ride. Let's be real, water is about as exciting as watching paint dry. Most brands slap a picture of a mountain or a dewdrop on a plastic bottle, call it pure, and hope you'll buy it. Liquid Death, they said, screw that, and turned water into a full-on rebellion. Their tall-boy aluminum cans, decked out with a melting skull and the tagline, "Murder Your Thirst," look like they belong at a Slayer concert, not a yoga retreat. This wasn't an accident. It was a calculated move to make water feel dangerous, cool, and anything but ordinary. Founder Mike Cesario, a former ad guy who grew up in the hardcore music scene, knew that young, edgy crowds like metalheads and gamers were being ignored by water brands. So, he gave them a drink that screamed their vibe. Dark, irreverent, and unapologetic. Imagine walking into a party with a Liquid Death can. People don't just see water, they see a statement. The brand also leaned into sustainability, using recyclable aluminum instead of planet-choking plastic, which gave their rebellion a purpose. They didn't just sell water. They sold a lifestyle that says, "I'm here to break rules and save the world." By making hydration feel like joining a secret club, Liquid Death hooked a generation that's allergic to boring. The wellness industry loves to preach, drink this water, cleanse your soul, align your chakras, blah, blah, blah. Liquid Death took one look at that sanctimonious nonsense and decided to roast it. Their marketing is a giant eye roll at the idea that water needs to be spiritual or healing. Instead of whispering about purity, they scream about murdering your thirst and death to plastic. Their first ad was a slap in the face to traditional water brands, calling out marketing F** boys who trick people into thinking water is just for yoga moms with dainty little bottles. In it, a woman waterboards a tied-up suit, probably a corporate exec, while declaring water the deadliest stuff on earth. It's dark, it's hilarious, and it racked up millions of views because it dared to say what everyone's thinking. Wellness marketing is often a load of pretentious crap. They also poke fun at the industry's obsession with health by mocking it in their social posts, like fake PSAs about hydrating to summon demons, or ads that look like horror movie trailers. By refusing to take themselves seriously, Liquid Death made water feel accessible, fun, and real, winning over people who'd rather gag than buy into wellness dogma. In a world where attention spans are shorter than a TikTok clip, Liquid Death mastered the art of memes to keep people hooked. Their social media isn't a feed of polished ads. It's a chaotic, laugh-out-loud mix of dark humor, internet culture, and savage wit. Think posts about selling your soul for a free case of water or fake legal threats to people who don't recycle. They've got TikTok videos with 6.6 million followers eating up skits like a taste test, where people think they're drinking something gross, only to find out it's just water. On Instagram, they drop memes that look like they were made by your funniest friend, like a skull chugging a can with a caption, "When you hydrate but make it metal." These aren't just random jokes. They're strategic moves to make the brand feel like it's in on the joke with you. They even turned hate comments into a death metal album called Greatest Hates, featuring real insults screamed by rock legends. That kind of audacity doesn't just go viral. It builds a community of fans who feel like they're part of a secret rebellion. By speaking the language of the internet, Liquid Death turned water into a cultural phenomenon. Liquid Death doesn't do boring. While other water brands sponsor marathons or yoga retreats, Liquid Death pulls stunts that make you do a double take. They once partnered with Depends to create a leather mosh pit diaper. Yes, a diaper for adults who want to rage at concerts without a bathroom break. It broke the internet. Another time, they teamed up with YLF Cosmetics for a corpse paint makeup kit, complete with a darkly comedic ad about metalhead teens summoning a demon. They even auctioned a life-sized Yeti casket cooler that held 378 cans, with hydraulic pistons for extra drama, fetching over $57,000. These aren't just products, they're cultural moments that spark buzz and make people talk. They also pulled a Sell Your Soul campaign where fans signed a tongue-in-cheek contract for free water, and Liquid Death donated $3 million to beach cleanups. These stunts aren't random. They're designed to shock, entertain, and reinforce the brand's rebellious identity. By going so far outside the box, Liquid Death made sure no one could ignore them, turning water into headline news. Liquid Death's secret sauce? They hate corporate marketing as much as you do. Their VP of marketing once said they have a deep distrust of corporate marketing, and it shows in everything they do. Instead of slick, soulless ads, they create content that feels raw, human, and a little unhinged. Their Safe for Work Super Bowl ad had professionals chugging tall boys on the job, only to reveal, don't be scared, it's just water. It was catchy, cheeky, and got 13,000 plus engagements on Instagram alone. They also mock corporate buzzwords and cliches, like posting fake brand synergy memos or satirical PSAs about hydrating responsibly. This anti-corporate vibe resonates with people who are sick of being sold to. They've built a brand that feels like your rebellious best friend, not a faceless company. Even their partnerships with comedians like Bert Kreischer or games like Call of Duty feel authentic, not like calculated cash grabs. By rejecting the polished playbook of corporate marketing, Liquid Death created a brand that feels like it's on your side, fighting the same fight against boring, manipulative ads. Sustainability isn't exactly a sexy topic. Most brands bore you with stats about recycling or guilt trip you into caring. Liquid Death? They made it cool, sarcastic, and in your face with their death to plastic mission. Their aluminum cans aren't just eco-friendly. They're a middle finger to the plastic bottles clogging oceans. They don't just say, recycle, please. They shame plastic with dark humor, like ads showing plastic bottles as supervillains or posts about killing plastic before it kills us. They back it up with action, partnering with groups like Thirst Project and Plastic Bank to fight pollution and provide clean water. Their website even has a page dedicated to hashtag Death to Plastic, packed with facts like 75% of aluminum since 1888 is still in use, delivered with a snarky tone that makes you smirk. This isn't preachy environmentalism. It's a rally cry for people who want to save the planet without feeling like they're a lecture. By wrapping sustainability in metalhead bravado, Liquid Death made caring about the environment feel like joining a revolution, not a chore. Liquid Death isn't just selling water, they're building a tribe. Their fans aren't just buyers. They're part of a movement that's half comedy show, half eco-warrior gang. They've got over 2.1 million Instagram followers, 3.8 million on TikTok, and a country club loyalty program with 100,000 plus members who proudly call themselves Thirst Murderers. This community vibe comes from how Liquid Death talks to its audience, like they're all in on the same joke. They encourage fans to create their own content, like posting videos of themselves chugging cans in epic settings, and the brand often shares these on their feeds. They also engage with fans directly, clapping back at haters with savage wit or hyping up supporters with skull emojis. Events like music festival sponsorships or collabs with celebs like Tony Hawk make fans feel like they're part of something bigger. Even their limited edition drops, like the Nixon Death Clock watch or Psycho Cider, turn buyers into collectors who flex their gear like badges of honor. By making fans feel like they're part of a rebellious, fun-loving crew, Liquid Death turned water into a cultural identity. All right, let's bring it home. Liquid Death took the most boring product on Earth, water, and turned it into a $700 million empire by mocking everything the wellness industry stands for. They made water punk rock with metalhead branding, roasted wellness culture with savage humor, weaponized memes to build a cult following, pulled outrageous stunts that broke the internet, rejected corporate marketing with raw authenticity, made sustainability sarcastic and sexy, and built a community that's more like a movement. This isn't just a brand. It's a rebellion against boring, manipulative marketing, and it's proof that you don't need a fancy product to make millions. You just need a bold idea and the guts to run with it. So what do you think? Are you ready to murder your thirst and join the Liquid Death tribe? Give this video a massive thumbs up if you love this deep dive, and share it with a friend who needs to know how water got so badass. Drop a comment below. Tell me your favorite Liquid Death stunt or what brand you think could learn from their chaos. I can't wait to hear your thoughts. Until next time, stay hydrated, stay rebellious, and keep slaying the status quo.